Hi, this is Blake reporting from California. We're covering E3. We just got out of Nintendo's big show. I thought they really brought their A game. They have a lot of great lineups for all their classic characters, including a few new ones. Alright, so I'm just going to start from the beginning. They had a pretty good quote in the beginning, in the introduction. Tech is a tool, what matters is the experience, which I think they really conveyed well because of all their innovations that they showed. Alright, so the first thing, they started off strong with the new Zelda. It's called The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It used the motion control plus so that you wield the sword like on Wii Resort, and you also have the shield as the nunchuck, and so you have to try and block and then swing, and you can swing in different directions. It was pretty cool how they did it, and also you can charge it up by pointing it to the sky and then like launch it like old school, how you launched it with the Master Sword. Anyway. Alright, so Shigeru Miyamoto came on stage to demo it, and they were having some interference issues, apparently. I don't know, it seemed like it just wasn't handling right, but they've got until 2011 to work out all the bugs, because they've set a pretty far release date for that. Basically, they also changed the way you access your items. You had to hold the button on the nunchuck and then spin around and pick what you wanted to. So they had a few cool new items. They've obviously brought back the bow, they brought back the slingshot, but they added a new thing to the bombs where you can set them down, you can pick them up and throw them, or you can use the Motion Control Plus to roll it like a bowling ball, and so that rolls and hits on targets that are too low, or they'll have special parts, like obviously, that are set up to roll it. They also got in a new whip, so it can cut grass and hurt enemies, but you can disarm them. I saw that it locked onto the weapon, and so that's pretty nifty how they have a new whip, kind of Indiana Jones that. And also, they have a bug, like, you launch the bug, the beetle. Basically, it's like a little gun that launches this beetle, and then it flies around, kind of like the bird in Twilight Princess. Except you get to control the bug, so you can pick up items, and you can, like I saw in the demo, they picked up a bomb, and then flew the bug into an area that you needed to blow up to get past. So it's going to be pretty cool how you can do that, plus you can scope out the surrounding area. And you got a good shot of the scenery when you did it. And it's looking better. It's looking about as good as Twilight Princess. I see they're trying to improve on a few things graphically. So that was pretty cool. Zelda looks like it's going to be a fun title. They also said, I think they're heading towards a new NBA Jam game, which is really old school, so it's cool that they're bringing it back. They also got a new game called Wii Party, so it's basically like a bunch of mini games for the whole family, and it looks like it's going to be just another one of those Wii titles. So Wii Sports, Wii Resort, Wii Play.
So you use your little Miis.
Yeah, they use your Miis in all the games, so I think it's just going to be a big like family title for party games. Another big title, Just Dance 2, is coming out, which I never played the first one, but it's obviously you dance, so it's not hard to tell what it's about. But the cool thing is that you can have up to 8 players and have dance crew face-offs. I don't think there's any hardcore dance crews working on the Wii Wi-Fi, but you never know. Golden Sun Dark Dawn. That's a big title. I love the original Golden Suns. Huge amount of fun. And so now they're bringing it to the DS for this holiday. Pretty big deal. Also, another huge announcement, GoldenEye 007. It looks like they're remaking it and adding a few new things for the Wii. So they added in Daniel Craig is replacing Pierce Brosnan as the James Bond. And they showed a lot of the old school levels. They're bringing back the old school cheats like paintball, melee only. So it's going to be cool how they take that in a new direction by adding more cinematics and melees and things like that. Next thing they showed was Disney's Epic Mickey, which, I don't know, it looked kind of sad. It wasn't very exciting. You use paint to like add things to the environment or take them away, and you go through all these old Disney forgotten characters to show you what, in the past and what they're going to bring in the future. So hopefully that'll turn out to be a fun game, but it looked just kind of like another platformer. They're trying to make Mickey into a video game character, which doesn't really work well. Kirby is coming out with a new game. It's called Kirby's Epic Yarn. They replaced it. It's kind of like how Mario turned into Paper Mario. They're making Kirby into Yarn Kirby. So he's literally like a circle of yarn that's pink, and everything's like on a white background with other backgrounds in it. And you get to turn into different things to do with yarn. Like he turned into a ball on a string, and he can swing across places. And he has a little yarn whip that he uses to grab enemies and bring them closer. I didn't see anything to do with him sucking in any enemies. That's kind of like a big Kirby staple. But maybe they just thought that it would be better if they replaced that with the whip. And it also looked like there was a co-op second player, because with him constantly was this little blue guy who was following him around. And you could can kind of pick them up like in the old Donkey Kongs and throw them around. Hopefully that'll be a second player, because I would love a co-op game for Kirby. Alright, Dragon Quest IX was announced for Sentinels of the Starry Sky, already out in Japan. Apparently it's a huge success. They've sold 4.2 million copies of it. It's a pretty big deal. It's coming to the States. I don't know if it's going to hit as big. They were relying heavily on the Wi-Fi connectivity between players, which is cool, except no one here walks around with their DS, and no one's on a train, no one's on a bus, you know. So it's a lot more populated down there with more people doing those games. So I think you would have to hook up to the internet through your Wi-Fi access ports to really get the effect of what they're trying to push for the Dragon Quest. Metroid got released. I love how Metroid changed from just like a side-scroller into this really dark, kind of brooding new character. So this franchise has taken a really cool turn. It's called Metroid Other M, and it's coming out August 31st of this year. It looks like it's just going to be like another Metroid Prime, but I saw a few over-the-shoulder elements. So I expect everything that you love from those first two games to be put into this third one. It looks really fun. Donkey Kong. Holy crap. New Donkey Kong, they're kicking it old school with a side-scroller. No more bongos, thank God. No more little party games. We actually get to play as DK, hopping on friggin' crocodiles. I've been waiting a long time for New Donkey Kong because I grew up on it. I love the games. And I don't think Diddy will be a playable character. I'm sure they'll have a two-player where you can switch in and out. But it appeared like Diddy was like holding onto the back of DK and using his little jetpack that he has now to try and help extend DK's jumps. Looks like it's going to be a fun side-scroller, good time. Then, one of their biggest announcements, the Nintendo 3DS, which we actually got hands-on with. It's a DS, but they've boosted the graphics. They've added an analog stick. It's like a pad, but it slides around kind of like on the PSP. And it's 3D. And at first I was really skeptical because I'm not a huge fan of 3D movies, games. Like, it's cool that they're integrating it when it looks nice, but I don't like the gags where they're like, whoa! That's not for me. But when we got hands-on with the 3DS, it was really impressive. They had really high-resolution pictures that you could scroll around and see, like Yoshi's face coming out at you. They had all the main characters in little cutscenes, and it was remarkable. I could not believe that it was that 3D with no glasses. No glasses are required for it. And they also showed Kid Icarus is getting his own game on the DS, the 3DS. Except it looked like a Wii game. The graphics were really impressive, so I'm hoping if with the boosted graphics, it could actually feel like you're playing a console game wherever you want, and the 3D was remarkable. Alright, and also, they've changed Nintendogs. They've added it onto the 3DS. They are doing that with Nintendogs and cats now. So I think Nintendo really brought a great lineup. They had a lot of fun. You can catch it online at e3.nintendo.com. Blake at Lost in Reviews, reporting from LA. Nintendo did a great job, and I hope to see what else they have in store for us.